And now we are coming to connectors on cables, and I'm welcoming Matthias and Alexej on stage, and you will tell us something about cable and connectivity.
Yeah, welcome again. In the next 15 minutes, my colleague Alexej and me will show you some tested cable assemblies for each application. I will do it in front of the presentation. Alexej will go to the workbench and show you there some products and some insights. And so what will we do in the next 15 minutes? At first, yeah, we have examples on applications. The one with the industrial hall, you saw it already in Joachim's presentation about the market. And here we have the energy sector, which was not presented by Joachim, but here we have also some things. We will not repeat the whole requirements for each application, which were already shown. We will have a look on the needs for cable assemblies itself. And now we will have the first application, like I said, the machinery hall, a car production, as we can see here. And here we have lots of different application in the whole application. For example, at first, simple switch cabinets with an IP20 area. But here we have needs for inside cabling and also the combination to come inside out of this box. The second one, which we want to have, or which we have here and focus on, is a classical direct chain, and then up to the camera on the robot, which was already presented, we have the torsional stress at the robot. Besides to that, we see here an AGV, which drives around the production. Now it transports a car. Could be also other things, but also here we have several requirements. And last but not least, here shown also on a robot, the welding process. It was also very nice to see in the video in Joachim's presentation, but also this kind of welding process does have impacts on the cabling on the robot itself. And now I would like to hand over to, first time to hand over to my colleague Alexej. And Alex, please let us know which requirements for our cable assemblies are there for this shown application in this industrial hall.
Yes, thank you, Matthias. Especially in this kind of application, we have here different kind of requirements. Here, first of all, it's really necessary that to fulfill all the gigabit transmissions from one application point to the other ones. In addition, it's really necessary that we have offers the Cat5, Cat6a performance here to have the data communication between the network of the different applications like the robot to the switch cabinet. Additional to that, we have some requirements in the air, especially chemical substance which can be damage the surface of the cable, also connectivity. We have here torsion and direct chain movements here, which are necessary to fulfill. Here is really important to choose the right material to fulfill such kind of movement operations. Additional to that, we have welding operations here, and where we have welding operations, we have also sparks. These sparks have the possibility to damage also something on the surface of components and cable assemblies. And we have dirt, we have dust, we have in the air, which can be easily have an influence for the transmission for whole cable assemblies. And I'd like to show you here now 2 examples how we fulfill such kind of requirements with our cable assemblies. And first of all, I like to show you here a cable, which this cable have the advantage that we use here a special cable jacket, which have a good resistance against chemical substance, and it has a special cable jacket which is very flexible, which can also fulfill all the relevant movements here. Maybe you can see it now from the top. Here we have the cable jacket, like I explained it before, which fulfill drag chain movements, so up to 5 million cycles. In addition to that, this cable jacket fulfills also torsional movements. And as the last, we have also reverse bending. All this, in combination with the connectivity from HARTING, we fulfill such kind of requirement. And that's only the raw cable. In addition to that, we offer also plug-and-play solutions. So here, for example, we have a RJ45, well-known RJ45 interface, but with a special housing. This special housing offers quick mating and quick locking system where we can easily mate and unmate it. We have here inside an O-ring, and on the top side we have a cable jacket which really fits to the overmolding material. So this gives the connector the whole protection of IP65 and 67. So we have also here a special cable. Also this cable have a good resistance against chemical substances. And we have here a good shielding where we can easily, a shielding which can have no influences of magnetic fields here. That are only two examples how we fulfill such kind of requirements. Maybe Matthias, show us some other solutions from HARTING which can also solve such kind of requirements.
Yeah, thank you, Alex, for these two insights of two products. Of course, as a cable which Alex presented is not only available as a raw cable, we have it as a cable assembly as well. And this is what we have here on the slide beside. So with a view back on the application which we have, we see here solutions for all kind of application in that area. Starting on the left, you see here from Profinet cabling, 100 Mbit. We have here Cat5e, Cat6a cabling for 1 gigabit, 10 gigabit transmission, and last but not least, the new topic of SPE, which is also shown for the switch cabinet area. From HARTING, we offer the cable assemblies. This means connected cables, as well as a simple raw cable in combination with the field detachable connectors, which was shown from the colleagues from HARTING Electronics before. So this means if you buy at HARTING, you can, or we offer the complete solution or the components which are fit together and tested by the lab, what was also shown. So if you buy cable or connectors from HARTING, you can be sure that this is a functional system. Besides the switch cabinet, we have here the solution for the drag chain and also for the torsional stress. So you see for each type from Profinet, standard industrial Ethernet or single pair Ethernet, a full solution through the industrial hall with good components, tested components, plug and play that you can connect each parts together. Next application, as already said, will be the energy sector, and here we have a classical wind field. Shown here only 2 windmills, but you can imagine there are lots more. You know this from the landscapes. And what are the requirements for these wind fields? For one thing is we have long distances from where we have to connect. We have to bring Ethernet transmission from the ground up to the nacelle about 150 to 200 meters and more. Another one is also, again, a switch cabinet. Seems to be similar like in the industrial hall, but you can imagine that in a height of 150 meters, it's a little bit more difficult to find failures, so there are other requirements which will be presented in a few seconds by Alexej. And last but not least, we have areas where we have to bring the Ethernet signal from a static area into the rotating area. And also this is a requirement, but Alex will show you more, and that's why I would like to hand over again to Alexej, who will show you the requirements in a wind field and also 2 nice products which fulfill these requirements and could be used as a plug-and-play solution. So, Alex, please take over.
Yes, thank you very much, Matthias. Also here, we have really long distance. If you imagine from the bottom up to the wind turbines, there are several up to 100 or more than 100 meters. And also here, it's really necessary to have a clear, reliable Ethernet connection. We have here also movable dynamic areas and static areas where we have also a reliable Ethernet connectivity is here necessary. If we think such kind of windmills built up nearly the coast, also here it's possible that in the air salt mist can be appears, and that salt mist can be damage the surfaces of connectivity and cables. Also, UV radiations are possible there, which can aggressively damage the plastic materials of components of cables, and therefore also here is this really necessary to choose the right cables in the combination with connectors. So if you imagine if we have an error in such kind of network, it's really difficult to repair it because someone should be sent out, it should be fixed, and that costs always a lot of money, a lot of time, and of course also of money. And to avoid that, it's really necessary to have a really reliable connection here. I'd like to show you here two samples. First of all, here we see a typical HARTING tower assembly. Here we have a high-performance plastic which we use here for this kind of connector. It's the HAN-ECO. In the inside of this HAN-ECO, we have fiber optic modules. These fiber optic modules have the advantage that can transmit Ethernet up to 1 gigabits for the whole length from the tower, from the bottom up to the wind turbine. So we fulfill here protection, IP65, and it's really robust, reliable connection. So we have here no corrosion problems because of the plastic material. And additional to that, we can also build up a complete system network. Here I like to show you a special solution here. It's called fiber optic rotary joint. This rotary joint has the possibility that can transmit from the dynamic area to the static area, Ethernet transmission. We realize here with fiber optic connectors, we can transmit here 1 gigabit per second from the dynamic area to the static area, and this is the main interface which can realize such kind of gigabit transmissions. The material which we use here, it's stainless steel. It's shock and vibration approved. You have no problems with electrical magnetic fields from the outside because of the use of fiber optic. You have it's maintenance-free, a really robust solution which we can offer here the users and the customers. That are only some examples which we can offer here from HARTING. All this connectivity is tested in our lab, and we fulfill all the necessary requirements to give the customer a reliable connectivity in such kind of application. But of course, we have some more plug-and-play solutions in such kind of applications. Matthias, please show us maybe some other solutions in this area.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. So, very nice to see that we don't have only small Ethernet connectors, so even big ones with interesting fiber optic solutions in. Yeah, as he said, we have to bring the Ethernet transmission from the ground up to the nacelle into the, for example, rotating area to cover the sensor data of the rotor blades, of the orientation, and so on. And here, HARTING offers an entire or integrated system that we are able to have a full fiber optic communication from the ground or from each windmill, or from, let's say, from each rotor blade, from one windmill to another, and we have the full communication. HARTING offers the complete solutions. Besides to the shown fiber optic solutions. We have also standard products, which are a little bit different to the ones from the industry, so made more for the energy sector with special RJ45 plugs, the ST-SCLC connectors. IX Industrial, our miniaturized Ethernet connector, is also used in these kind of windmills, and we have, of course, the well-known M12 assemblies. So with the view on the time, I can say, or you can see, that we offer at HARTING a full range of Ethernet solutions. So Alex, please feel free, come here. And yeah, you find only these selected solutions, which we presented today. Of course, we have much more. Like said before, you can get from HARTING single components, which are tested and fit together. And we have the cable assemblies. And yeah, last but not least, we both would like to thank for your audience. See you next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this presentation. If you have questions, like Heiko said, feel free to ask us or visit us at the Hannover Fair in a few weeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one. See you. Thank you very much. So we heard a lot of Ethernet connectivity, reliable connectivity in the different fields of applications.